Halloween, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Soda Island Forums version of Duncan Gets Spooked. The reason being is that this special is actually pretty nice. So, alright. The first segment has a sort of poem detailing the events of the little old engine trying to cross the bridge. In this version, he's pushing some trucks as opposed to traveling all by himself. And the trucks actually lead to his demise as, well, they hit a snag on the rails and pull him down. You know, what's interesting about this is that they actually record the little engine screams. It's really haunting. It's later mentioned in Rusty's story that, no, not in Rusty's story, but, like, in the, you know, a little bit later, that it was actually scrap merchants who ripped apart the guardrails, causing the little old engine to plummet. And yeah. So then the story continues as normal. You know, everyone, the little engines are, you know, the narrow gauge line is trying to clear up the rubble, and in this version, Peter Sam is just carrying old trucks. They're not sentient. I don't think they really were in the original because they didn't have faces. Yeah, it's one of those weird holes in Tom's logic. But yeah. Then there's the part where Duncan hears the story and appreciate how they do that thing where, like, it seems like he's genuine and then it just immediately turns into him being just blunt as usual. Then, well, okay, this is just the summary, but basically the rest kind of goes as you'd expect. You know, everyone wants to play a trick on Duncan, and, you know, it's all pretty much the same as the original version up until the bridge segment, where you know, they follow up on what they were building up to, which is the little old engine actually being a ghost train, as opposed to it just being up to interpretation, because, you know, this is an interpretation. So it's like their version of the story, because, like, oh, that's a brilliant thing about Duncan Gets Spooked. It's a very interpretable episode. It leaves you pondering. You know, it doesn't just exist in a single, like, space. Like, there's more to it that you can think of. Like, what if the little engine was Proteus? You know, something like that. You know, I think that's what they were going for with the first segment mentioning of being guided only by a flickering light, and, you know, that immediately puts the image of Proteus's magic lamp, because, you know, that's his defining trait. And actually, I don't think any of the narrow gauge engines have lamps outside of Proteus, aside from Peter Sam that one time. And, you know, as you can see, this illustration was made for that, and I really like this illustration. It's a very nice, I don't know, it really reminds me of the Railway series. It's just haunting seeing the engine. It looks like it could be in the Railway series. Just chills down your spine. So, yeah, this is just a quick video I wanted to put out because, you know, I planned this for a long time, but, you know, never had time to get it done until this year because, I don't know, I just didn't have as much to do this year. So, hopefully I didn't disappoint anybody, and, yeah, this is a review. Bye.